Today I wanted to talk to you about one of our main meat sources here on our homestead, which is ducks. And our second main meat source is actually rabbits, and third would be chickens. I hear a lot of people, they prefer chickens because they are fast growing if you get the Cornish crosses. But the Cornish crosses, while we have 8 of them right now, they're not my favorite because they have so many health and leg problems. You have to really stay on top of when you process them. So I think we're either leaning to get rid of chickens altogether or to lean more to trying the red broilers, which can forage. And so they get a lot of their diet from grass and insects and free ranging, which eliminates the problems with high altitude, and it eliminates any problems you may have with them growing too fast. But these guys right here are ducks. There are 6 of them are Welsh Harlequins, and the other 4 are Khaki Campbells. And Welsh Harlequins actually originated from Leslie Bonnet. He, I want to say, lived in the Wells. They're the only Welsh duck, true Welsh duck breed. And they actually originated from Khaki Campbells, which lay an incredible amount of eggs. I get about 280 eggs a year. So some people claim to get over 300. I hope that's us one day. Ours are still young. These guys over here are just under a year old, and these are only 4 to 5 months old. So they're not very old. I really like the Welsh Harlequin because the cool thing about them is that they're a lightweight duck. So the males get about 5 pounds and females are a little smaller than that. They average around 3.5, 4 pounds. And they say that you can sex them at birth based off the color of their beak. I was unable to do that. I got them as day-old ducklings. I had no idea which ones were male or females. We actually thought that all the ones were females and we had 1 or 2 males. And now they're older and it's very clear that we have 4 males and 2 females. The females are really easy to tell because regardless of their colors, the females' beaks turn solid black. Well, bills rather turn solid black. And the males have greenish bills with a dot right on the end of them. And they're staying pretty far away from me. While they're friendly enough, they will get close and let me feed them. They will not let us walk too close to them. My son's in there right now and they are freaking out. As you can see, as they get closer, the females have the black bills and the males have greenish color bills. And this one right here, this is Cotton, and usually he would definitely be one that gets cold because you don't want your Welsh Harlequin ducks to look like mallards. But he's my son's favorite, and so I've kind of been guilted into keeping Cotton. He has a red leg bag on because that's my son putting his mark on him. You can really see how green their bills are. Now there are 2 types of Welsh Harlequin. A golden one, which I believe is more the standard for the United States, and the silver, which is actually my personal favorite, and if I'm not mistaken, the standard in Europe. And they're just absolutely gorgeous ducks. The unfortunate part is that drakes are just like roosters. They're really hard to sell, so for the extra ones that don't meet the standards that we're trying to breed to and the temperament we're trying to breed to, they do provide us with a source of meat. And so they're really great birds. And they also have a 90% plus on their fertility rate, and they will hatch out babies. And although I've seen them jump up and flap their wings maybe a foot or 2, I haven't had any trouble with them trying to escape, fly away, anything. For the most part, they're pretty quiet. They will alert you when our dog comes out or our kids try to catch one or get too close when feeding or watering. But they're actually really easygoing. They don't really seem to mind us and they stay quiet. And since we are definitely in an urban area right in the middle of a small city, it helps because the roads behind us are HOA. So we try not to to make them crazy with all the noise of our animals. Now these over here actually are Khaki Campbells. I'm not sure how I feel about them because the female ducks, these specifically, seem to have a really heavy front breast, and I don't really like their conformation. But they do lay eggs. They lay almost an egg a day so far, but the problem is that ours have started molting already. And one of the females, we got them when they were a couple months old, and she is actually pretty aggressive to our other ducks. She's very territorial. These 4 Khaki Campbells seem to stay far away from everyone else.
I captured a chicken.
And this is one of our Cornish cross chickens. You can tell pretty young that this is a rooster. The females don't really have combs. The roosters tend to sell for a little bit more when you do buy them. Yes.
I thought they were all girls.
They're not.
You said.
I didn't.
Liar.
Okay, well this one's a boy. And you can kind of tell.
Good boy.
They have really thick legs.
Oh, he likes that. Where you going? I'll bring you.
So the roosters tend to sell for a little more because they do grow faster. They're processed about 2 weeks before any of our female meat chickens are. So here's a good comparison of our Khaki Campbells, which are the buff colored ones, and the one that resembles a poorly colored mallard drake. He's actually just a poorly colored Khaki Campbell drake. I'm not really sure that I'm going to keep him around. He does seem to like the Khaki Campbell females. The problem is that he's just the wrong color. He's not a very good size overall. So I'm thinking I'm going to breed my Khaki Campbell females back to a Welsh Harlequin drake and see how we like that. But from my personal experience, where the Khaki Campbells lay extremely well, and hopefully my Welsh Harlequins will too, since they come from Khaki Campbells and they're said to lay amazingly, they have shown signs of aggression. They are not winning my heart as my favorite duck. I think the Welsh Harlequins, we've had several types of ducks, and the Welsh Harlequins are definitely my favorite.
Got another one. For a different breed.
So if you're looking for ducks, I definitely say give the Welsh Harlequins a try because they are our #1 choice.